Ladies and gentlemen, life's going to throw a lot at you. It's going to test you, challenge you, and try to push you down. People will doubt you, and sometimes you'll doubt yourself. But here's the thing, the greatest enemy you'll ever face is the one in the mirror. When you look in that mirror, you have to see someone strong, someone capable, someone who's ready for whatever the world throws at them. The journey to self-confidence isn't a straight line. It's filled with bumps, bruises, and setbacks. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to fall flat on your face. But what matters is what you do after that fall. Do you get up? Do you fight back? Or do you stay down waiting for someone else to lift you? The truth is, nobody's going to hand you confidence. You can't wait for the right moment or the perfect situation to step up. Confidence comes from action. It's not something you find by looking outside of yourself. It's something you build from the inside, piece by piece, with every step you take toward your goal, with every challenge you face head on. When people say you can't, when they tell you that you're not good enough, that's when you dig deeper. You don't let their doubts become your reality. You look at the struggle and say, I'm better than this, I'm stronger than this, because you are. But it's going to take some belief in yourself. Even when it feels hard, you've got to trust that you've got everything you need to make it. Your past doesn't define you. Your failures don't define you. The only thing that defines you is what you choose to do right now in this moment. Don't let fear, don't let doubt hold you back. Don't let anyone else's opinion of you shape who you are. The power is yours, the time is now, step into it, show the world who you really are, and most importantly, show yourself. Because confidence isn't just a feeling, it's a decision. A decision to stand tall, to walk through the storm, and to rise again stronger than you were before. When you believe in yourself, you'll find that there's nothing you can't achieve. You have greatness inside you, don't let it go to waste. Self-confidence is not something that magically appears one day. It is something that is earned and developed through consistent action. It is built on the foundation of repeated effort, personal growth, and embracing challenges. When you step out of your comfort zone and take action, even in the face of uncertainty or fear, you lay the bricks of your confidence. Every time you push through a difficult situation, even if you don't succeed at first, you're building self-assurance, because confidence is a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it becomes. When you start out on any journey, especially one that requires personal growth, it's natural to feel unsure or insecure. There may be doubts that cloud your judgment, and external voices may try to tell you what you're capable of. But the key is to realize that confidence is a result of what you do, not how you feel in the moment. The feeling of uncertainty can be overwhelming, but it's in those moments of discomfort where real growth happens. It's when you decide to keep moving forward despite the fear that you start to build belief in yourself. Imagine trying to learn a new skill. At first, you might feel clumsy, unsure, or even frustrated, but if you keep practicing, the results start to show. Each time you try again, you learn something new, you refine your approach, and eventually the task becomes easier. In the process, you begin to see your progress. And that progress, that's the fuel for your self-confidence. It doesn't matter if others see your progress immediately, it's about how you feel about it. The small victories add up over time, shaping the way you see yourself and what you believe you're capable of. This is why action is so crucial in developing self-confidence. It's easy to fall into the trap of overthinking, to sit on the sidelines and analyze every possible outcome before making a move. But the truth is, no amount of thinking will prepare you for every scenario. You have to step into the arena, take risks, and learn as you go. Each decision, no matter how small, moves you closer to becoming the person you want to be. Confidence grows when you make the choice to act, to face challenges head on, and to be resilient when things don't go as planned. When you take consistent action, you also build a track record of overcoming obstacles. You start to see patterns in your life. You realize that even when things didn't go as expected, you found a way to get through it. You begin to see setbacks as temporary detours, not dead ends. You start to trust in your ability to handle whatever comes your way because you have evidence of your own strength. That evidence is the foundation upon which self-confidence is built. The more you prove to yourself that you can overcome difficulty, the more you believe that you can handle whatever challenges lie ahead. Building self-confidence isn't about being perfect or having everything figured out. It's about continually showing up, putting in the effort, and trusting that each action is a step toward growth. Over time, your belief in yourself will grow because you've proven that you're capable of doing hard things, of showing up even when it's uncomfortable, and of finding success in the process rather than just the outcome. When you recognize that you are your biggest ally, you tap into one of the most powerful sources of self-confidence. The world will offer plenty of voices, some supportive, some critical, but the most important voice you'll ever hear is the one inside your head. That inner voice, your self-talk, has the potential to either lift you up or tear you down. What you believe about yourself directly impacts how you approach challenges, how you respond to failure, and ultimately how you view your own potential. You have the power to choose whether you will listen to doubts or reinforce your own belief in your capabilities. When you trust yourself, you give yourself permission to pursue what truly matters to you, even when others may not understand or support your choices. This trust doesn't come from a place of arrogance or pride. It's rooted in the understanding that you are capable of learning, growing, and adapting. It's not about being perfect. It's about knowing that you can handle setbacks and come out stronger on the other side. Confidence is built on this foundation of self-trust. When you make decisions based on your own judgment, you empower yourself to take risks, to try new things, and to learn from your mistakes without beating yourself up. So often, people look outside of themselves for validation, waiting for others to give them the approval they crave. But the truth is, no one else can give you the kind of confidence you need to truly thrive. The approval from others may feel good in the moment, but it doesn't sustain you in the long run. True confidence comes from within. It comes from standing firm in your own values, your own decisions, and knowing that you have what it takes to overcome the obstacles that life throws your way. It's about understanding that no matter what others think or say, your worth and potential are not defined by their opinions. When you stop relying on others for your sense of self-worth, you start to see how limitless your potential truly is. You stop asking for permission to succeed or to chase your dreams. You stop comparing yourself to others, realizing that your journey is unique and that your pace is yours to determine. In the process, you build a sense of inner strength that isn't easily shaken by the opinions or judgments of others. This shift in perspective doesn't happen overnight, but when you begin to trust yourself, the way you approach challenges, opportunities, and even failure changes. Trusting yourself doesn't mean you'll always get it right, and it doesn't mean you won't face moments of doubt or uncertainty. It means that even in the face of doubt, you trust your ability to figure things out. You trust that you can learn from mistakes, adapt to new circumstances, and keep moving forward. It's the courage to take the first step even when the path ahead isn't entirely clear. It's the belief that no matter how difficult the journey may seem, you will find a way through it because you trust in your own ability to handle whatever comes your way. When you trust yourself, you set the foundation for lasting self-confidence that can withstand the challenges of life. Failure is a powerful teacher. It's easy to let failure knock you down, to see it as the end of the road, to believe that it defines who you are. But if you choose to see failure as part of the journey rather than a stopping point, it becomes one of the most valuable tools for building self-confidence. Life will never be without its setbacks. It's not the failures that define us, but how we respond to them. When you encounter failure, presented with two choices, you can let it break you, or you can let it shape you into someone more resilient, more capable, and more confident in your ability to handle life's challenges. Each failure is an opportunity to learn. It shows you where you need to adjust, where you need to grow, and where you need to work harder. It's a sign that you're pushing yourself, that you're stepping outside of your comfort zone and taking risks. Without failure, there can be no growth. If you never fail, it means you're playing it too safe, that you're not challenging yourself enough. It's through those moments of struggle, when things don't go as planned, that you discover who you really are. You find your true strength when you're faced with adversity and you get up again. Confidence is built on this principle. You learn to trust your ability to bounce back, to handle what comes your way, and to push forward even when the outcome isn't guaranteed. Failure also helps you reframe your mindset. Instead of seeing a setback as a reason to quit, you begin to see it as a chance to recalibrate and try again with a fresh perspective. Every time you encounter a failure and continue moving forward, you teach yourself that nothing is truly insurmountable. There's always a way through. And each time you find that way, your self-confidence grows. You learn that you're not defined by what doesn't work, but by your capacity to adapt and keep going. Confidence comes from knowing that you can pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and try again, no matter how many times it takes. One of the most important aspects of failure is that it forces you to confront your weaknesses. It's easy to be confident when everything is going well, when you're succeeding and things are falling into place. But it's in the face of failure that you discover where you need to improve, where you have room to grow, and where you have the potential to become even better. The process of working through your failures helps you become more self-aware, more grounded in your abilities, and more certain that you have what it takes to reach your goals. It's through this process that you develop the resilience that underpins true confidence. When you embrace failure, you stop fearing it. You stop seeing it as a reflection of your worth. Instead, you understand that failure is just another part of the path to success. It's a reminder that nothing worthwhile comes easily and that the effort you put into overcoming challenges is what builds your character and your confidence. With each failure you overcome, you move closer to your goal, and you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever thought possible. Your self-confidence, forged in the fire of failure, becomes an unshakable belief that you can handle whatever life throws your way. Living in the present moment is one of the most effective ways to build self-confidence. It's easy to get caught up in what has happened in the past or to worry about what might happen in the future, but true self-confidence comes from focusing on the here and now. When you are fully engaged in the present moment, you stop giving power to past mistakes or future uncertainties. Instead, you recognize that all you have control over is what you do right now. This shift in focus allows you to make decisions and take actions based on your current abilities and circumstances rather than being held back by fears or regrets. When you spend too much time dwelling on the past, you miss out on the opportunities that are right in front of you. The mistakes you made yesterday are not a reflection of who you are today. They don't define your abilities or your worth. Each new day is a chance to start fresh, to learn, and to grow. Dwelling on past failures keeps you anchored to a place of negativity and self-doubt. You start to believe that the things you've done before are the only things you're capable of doing. But in reality, each moment is an opportunity for reinvention. If you allow yourself to remain present, you free yourself from the weight of past mistakes and open up the possibility of moving forward with confidence. Similarly, worrying about the future can rob you of the energy and focus you need to succeed. It's natural to want to plan ahead and be prepared, but excessive worrying about what's going to happen next can prevent you from taking the necessary steps in the present. The fear of failure, the anxiety over what others might think, or the stress over whether you're on the right path can paralyze you. When you let your mind race ahead to things that haven't even happened yet, you take away the power from what you can do right now. The future will come regardless of how much you worry about it, and often the things you fear never happen the way you imagined. By being present and fully engaged in the tasks and decisions in front of you, you reduce the power of those worries and build the confidence that you can handle whatever comes. Focusing on the present allows you to recognize the small wins, the progress you're making, and the steps you're taking toward your goals. It's easy to get discouraged when you look too far ahead and see the distance you still have to cover. But when you focus on the moment, on what you can do right now, you start to see how far you've already come. It's in the present where you can truly appreciate the effort you're putting in and acknowledge your growth. Self-confidence grows not from looking at the end result, but from recognizing that each step forward, no matter how small, is a success in itself. It's in the present that you find your strength, your determination, and your drive to keep moving forward. Being present also means taking the time to be kind to yourself. Often we are our own harshest critics, constantly measuring ourselves against others or against unrealistic expectations. But when you learn to focus on the now, you give yourself the space to appreciate where you are and what you've accomplished. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. In the present moment, you give yourself permission to be imperfect, to be human, and to continue growing. This self-compassion nurtures your confidence because you realize that you're not working toward an idealized version of yourself, but rather you're simply working toward becoming the best version of who you are right now. And that's more than enough. When you stop relying on the opinions of others to define your self-worth, you begin to tap into an unshakable source of confidence. It's natural to seek validation from people around you, whether it's from family, friends, colleagues, or society. We all want to feel accepted, admired, and recognized for our achievements. However, if your self-confidence is based solely on how others perceive you, you'll always be at the mercy of their approval. And that approval can be fleeting, inconsistent, or even non-existent. External validation can be a fragile thing, constantly shifting depending on someone else's mood, judgment, or perspective. The truth is, you can't control other people's opinions, and trying to do so will only lead to frustration and insecurity. True confidence comes from within. When you look to yourself for validation and draw strength from your own sense of purpose, values, and abilities, your confidence becomes rooted in something much more solid and enduring. You stop relying on the fluctuating opinions of others to feel good about yourself. Instead, you trust in your own decisions, your own strengths, and your ability to navigate life's challenges. This inner strength becomes an anchor, allowing you to weather storms without being knocked off course by the shifting winds of outside judgment. By shifting your focus inward, you begin to realize that your worth isn't determined by how others see you. Your worth is intrinsic. It's not tied to your achievements, your social media following, or the approval of the people around you. Your value lies in the fact that you are uniquely you. There is no one else on this earth with your exact set of experiences, talents, and perspectives. When you fully embrace this, you stop seeking external validation as the source of your confidence. Instead, you cultivate a deep, unwavering belief in your own value, regardless of anyone else's opinion. This shift in focus is liberating. It frees you from the constant need to please others or to conform to their expectations. It allows you to pursue what truly matters to you without fear of judgment or rejection. When you stop relying on external validation, you're no longer swayed by the opinions of others when making decisions. You are more likely to trust your instincts, follow your passions, and make choices that align with your authentic self, not what others expect or want from you. This kind of self-assurance empowers you to take risks, try new things, and embrace challenges because you know that your confidence doesn't depend on whether others approve of your choices. It's also important to recognize that not everyone will approve of you, and that's okay. There will always be critics, naysayers, and people who don't understand your path. But when you've built your confidence from within, the opinions of those who don't share your vision or values won't have the power to shake you. You learn to let go of the need for everyone to like you, and instead you focus on surrounding yourself with people who genuinely support and encourage your growth. You learn that true self-worth doesn't come from being liked by everyone. It comes from being authentic and true to yourself, even when others may not agree with you. When your self-confidence is grounded in your own belief in yourself, you develop a resilience that can withstand the ups and downs of life. You don't crumble when someone disagrees with you or when you face criticism. Instead, you learn to use it as an opportunity for growth and self-reflection. You recognize that you don't need everyone's approval to feel good about yourself. You have everything you need within you to stand tall, pursue your dreams, and navigate life's challenges with confidence. When you trust yourself and stop depending on external validation, you unlock the power to live authentically, make bold decisions, and embrace life with a confidence that no one can take away.